Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again in my channel. We talk about my segment. So for this session, we talk about the segment 10 of psycholinguistic pedagogy. So for this session, we will answer about the what do you know of pedagogy and language pedagogy, 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 and we will explain that. The next question is, do you agree with saying the psycholinguistic is an approach? How come? We will explain because with the position with research and evidence. Then the next question is, do you agree with saying the psycholinguistic has contribution to language pedagogy? Why? And the last question is, what do you know of contribution? So let's answer the question where the first question is about the pedagogy and language pedagogy. Pedagogy? How I say that? Wait, I I I pedagogy
Pedagogy,
yeah, pedagogy.
pedagogy,
Okay, we now know the sound of the text. Pedagogy is refers to the art or science and practice of teaching. So it encompasses the method and principle used by educator to facilitate learning, focusing on how content is delivered, learning is structure, and student engagement is supported. So if we add language in front of pedagogy, language pedagogy is a subject of pedagogy focused specially on teaching and learning language, where it involves understanding linguistic principle, psychological, psychology, psychological aspect of language acquisition, and practical technique for teaching. So, effective language pedagogy often, often draw from theory like from behaviorism is repetition and reinforcement, and cognitive vision about the understanding internal mental process atau or constructivism about the students construct knowledge through experience, and socio-cultural theory in interaction and social context play a crucial role in learning. Maybe just that from my answer of number one. So for number two, about the psycholinguistic is an approach. So I would not categorize psycholinguistic as an approach in itself because rather it is a scientific discipline that study the psychological process underlying language comprehension, production, and acquisition, where an approach in language pedagogy typically refers to coherence of beliefs and principle about teaching. For example, is CLT or text-based learning, while psycholinguistic provide insight that can inform various approaches. Then from the reason and evidence is psycholinguistic investigate how the brain process the language. For the example is phonology, syntax, and semantic. And the next reason is it identify mechanism much as working memory, attention, and cognitive load which affect language learning. The next reason about the spending influence teaching strategy, but do not constitute a teaching framework themselves. For example, insight from psycholinguistics about critical theory or second language processing inform methodological from inform methodology like immersion program or adaptive learning technique. So the just from my answer for the second question, let's move to the third question about the contribution of psycholinguistics to language pedagogy. What's again it? Wait a minute. Pedagogy. Pedagogy.
pedagogy,
Yes, pedagogy. So let's continue our answer. Of course, psycholinguistics has significant contribution to language pedagogy. Its research helps educators design more effective methods, tailor how learners acquire and use a language. Maybe for contribution is our understanding language acquisition, role of memory and cognition, error analysis and interlanguage, individual difference and neuro-linguistic aspect. So for tech, so let's start the last question about what is contribution. What is contribution? The contribution is the act of adding something valuable to a field, course, or project. In file context of education or research, it refers to providing insight, tools, or frameworks that enhance understanding or practice. In language pedagogy, in language pedagogy, contribution may include about the theoretical advance, advancement, practical tools, and empirical evidence from study that refine teaching method. So, contributions are essential for the evolution of any file as they ensure practice remain informed, innovative, and effective. So maybe just that from this session. Thanks, thanks for the watching my video. See you next time, and don't forget like and subscribe my channel. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.